What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to a new episode of Phenomenal Views, Pirates of the Caribbean, Deadmen Tell No Tales. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my review for the 5th installment to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Now, a little bit of history with the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise and me. When I first heard about it, I didn't like it. I didn't think that it would be, I just didn't think it'd be something that I would like. So I skipped it, but then eventually I ended up watching it because I was at someone's house. And he was like, I'm going to watch Pirates of the Caribbean. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give this movie a chance. And I loved it so much that eventually that summer, I went and bought the film. Went and watched the second one. The third one was my favorite just because of how much they built up, how much of a big event it was going to be. And the trailer itself is awesome. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End trailer is amazing. The fourth film I have never watched all the way through. I honestly never plan to. It's just... that film just, I honestly felt like they honestly wrapped everything up perfectly at World's End because of how it ends. I'm not going to go into how it ends because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who does not know what happens in that film. So when the fourth one came out, I was like, really? Why? It was such a perfect ending. And so I have never watched the fourth film all the way through. Even in the hospital when it was on TV, I passed out. But that might have been due to anesthesia. I don't know. I was pretty drugged up on anesthesia at the time. But I have never watched it. And I even tried watching it again. And I honestly just didn't care. So we have the fifth film, Pirates of the Caribbean, Deadmen Tell No Tales. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say, I enjoyed watching this film, I really did, and even though I've seen people's reviews talking about it and like how it doesn't make sense, and I'm going to go into some spoiler territory, I'm just going to let you know right now, so that way if you don't want to know what happens in this film or the thing I'm going to talk about, you're going to want to leave the video now. But if you're still here, okay, so one thing about this film is it's not consistent with its canon. And what I mean by that is something involving with Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. I thought it was Secret of the Dead Man's Chest, but Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Now, in this film, it shows us how Jack got the compass and that he got it from his captain of the ship he was on that was being attacked by the villain of the film, Captain Salazar. And he gives Jack the compass and he says, do not betray this compass. And in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, when they go to meet Tia Dalma, she says, the compass that you bartered from me, it cannot lead you to this. So this film right here says that Jack Sparrow got the compass from Tia Dalma. Now, I had my own theory on how possibly how he might have gotten the compass from the captain, but I think that's stretching it. And that's one of the things that I'm going to have to knock points off of because that's... that hurts. And another thing is how Jack Sparrow got his name. Now, I got this from Filmmaster Adams, so I'm going to give him full credit for this. He posted something on Facebook saying about how Jack Sparrow got his real name, or at least how he got the name Captain Jack Sparrow from his dealings with the East Indian Trading Company, was because he ended up actually betraying the East Indian Trading Company, and they gave him they branded him with the P, which is what you see on Jack's arm in in every single film you see it, but they focus on it in the beginning of the first film, like when we first meet Jack, and in the second film when we come across Jack doing some things with the map in the Black Pearl. So this film is not good with its continuity, and I honestly wish that they would have paid a little bit more attention with that. So those are really the only two things that kind of bother me about this film. There's another thing. I enjoyed this scene. There is a scene in this film where Jack is robbing a bank, and it is hilarious. But there's horses, and they end up pulling the whole bank. And I know that is not feasibly possible, but like in my mind, I'm thinking, you know what? I know this isn't possible, but I'm just having so much fun. I didn't care. And that's the thing. this movie got me interested as soon as I sat down. As soon as the movie started, it got me hooked because it made me care. And the thing is with this film, this has to do with them going to look for the Trident of Poseidon. And each character has their own thing. We have Henry Turner, the son of William Turner, who is looking to use the Trident to break Will from his curse. And then we have Carina, who is just looking for the Trident because it is what her father was trying to do, and she wanted to complete his work. And Jack is trying to find it. Actually, no, Jack is not trying to find it. No, Henry is actually trying to find Jack to help him find it. So mostly everybody kind of has like their own personal game. Barbossa is great in this film. This film does a good job with closing Barbossa's chapter. Although I do kind of hate that they gave him a certain story arc and then like they got rid of it, or that they closed it pretty quick. Like they opened it and shut it. It was like an open and shut case. But I did enjoy this film. I loved the battle scenes. I liked the connections that they gave us in the film, especially with Henry doing anything he can to get Will from the Flying Dutchman. I almost said Black Pearl. That's Jack's ship. But I got interested because like we see his kid trying to kill himself so he can talk to his father and be like, I have something that could possibly get you free from this. And here's another thing. Will's not really cursed. They made him the captain of the Flying Dutchman to save his life. For those who have not watched Pirates of the Caribbean 3, William Turner basically gets stabbed in the heart, and the thing with the Flying Dutchman is the Dutchman must always have a captain, so they cut out his heart and made him the captain so he could live. So William Turner's really not cursed. He's alive. Pretty much. He's alive. And they also showed that William Turner had barnacles on his face. Now, I mean, the only reason Davy Jones looked the way he did was because he did not do his duty in escorting people who died to sea to the other side. So that is why he looks the way he does. William Turner does the job. And unless like he started getting lazy and started kind of to become like Davy Jones, that could explain some things. But the fact of the matter is that like William Turner says to Jack, you know, if you do what you do, you know, you've got to do the job or end up like Jones. And I know William doesn't want to end up like Jones. So that's another little bit of an inconsistency. But the fact of the matter is that like this honestly, like it bothers me a little bit, but not that much because I liked this film. I liked the characters. And now a lot of people would say that Carina and Henry are just cardboard cutouts of William and Elizabeth. And in some points that there are, but I do like their story arcs because I like that they gave... I mean, yes, Henry is practically doing the same thing that William did in the films 2 and 3, trying to save his father. But with Carina, they give her... She's doing something different. Elizabeth never really specifically had a goal. In like the first film, she was just the governor's daughter. In the second film, she becomes a pirate. In the third film, she becomes king of the pirates. She never had really a goal. She never really had a strive. She was just living her life. She got thrown into the life of a pirate. When her and William were set to be married, Will got arrested, and she got her goal in the second film. She wanted to go get Will and get the compass to bring back to the bad guys so they could get married. That's what started her goal. And in this film, they give Carina a goal automatically, and she's wanting to finish her father's research. She's wanting to finish what her father started and find the Trident of Poseidon, and I liked that. Now, as the chemistry with the actors, I thought it was okay. I mean, I didn't think it was... I wouldn't say it's on par with William and Elizabeth, with William Dafoe and Keira Knightley, because they had really good chemistry together. But I wouldn't say that it's bad. I mean, I enjoyed their acting. I thought their acting was fine. I thought that their stories were good. I liked the world that they brought us in. This film felt like it had more heart than the fourth film, and I actually care about this film more than I do Pirates of the Caribbean 4. Now, as for the villain with Salazar, he didn't do it for me as a villain. No offense to the actor. I'm sure he's a great actor. Me being an actor myself, but he just didn't do it for me. And how he becomes how he is also has to do with the plot hole with Jack's compass, and whereas Jack trading his compass is what sets him free. Now, there was a theory that I had watched in where they said that Jack does give his compass away in the other films, but he never really truly gives it to them. He loans it to them, and he always gets it back, whereas in this film, he actually sells it. Like, he sells it for a bottle of rum. Now, you could say that the reason why Salazar wasn't released was because it wasn't really Jack giving the compass away. It was him using that person to get what he wanted most. Whereas the compass points you to the thing that you want most, and if you give it away, it sends you to the thing that you fear most. So one could say that Jack never really gave away the compass until the 5th film, but that would be calling it a stretch. If you want to go by that theory, hey, it actually makes sense. But overall, besides of the plot holes, I'm going to give Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales a B. I thought that this was a fun film. I liked the action. I liked the acting. I liked how Johnny Depp was kind of restrained a little bit. He wasn't the main character. And that's the thing. Jack Sparrow is a main character, but he's not the main character. Jack always remains a mystery. And they give us little tiny hints of his past life in the films, and that makes us want more. And so they gave us that again with showing kind of how he became who he was, but that's kind of a plot hole there. But other than that, guys, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales, I'm going to give it a B-. This was a fun film, and if you're a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, this might piss you off that they do change the continuity, but at the same time, you might have some fun with it. I know I did. I had a great time in this film, and I hope that you guys will too. Well, guys, this has been another episode of Phenomenal Views. Thank you for checking out this video. Hit that like button if you want to see more, and check out my page. I've got more movie reviews, book reviews, and video game reviews, and I am working on a special project that I cannot wait to deliver to you guys. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm still working on it now, and I cannot wait to get up and running. I hope you guys are having a good summer, and get ready, because things are coming soon. Have a good night, guys.